From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine. Canada summoned Russian Ambassador Oleg Stepanov on Wednesday, condemning the Russian drone incursion and reaffirming the country's support for NATO allies and Ukraine. Federal Defense Minister Anita Anand called the violations unacceptable and reckless. The Russian embassy in Ottawa wrote late Friday that Stepanov told Global Affairs that Moscow has no reason to want to enter NATO airspace. This comes as Canada says it will support the new operation dubbed Eastern Sentry, which will use equipment from France, Denmark, Germany, and the UK to bulk up defenses in the region. The owner of a Montreal electric school bus that caught fire this week says it found a wiring issue within the bus manufacturer's system.
A Lion electric school bus caught fire in Montreal with several children and a driver inside at the time, but no one was injured. The Montreal bus fire is Lion's third electric school bus fire since November. First Student says in a statement it identified the wiring issue and flagged it to both Lion and Transport Canada. Now, inspectors are examining all 1,200 Lion electric buses in Quebec through the weekend after the provincial government pulled them from the roads. John Kennedy, The Canadian Press.
Former Environment Minister McKenna says federal security agencies initially refused to offer her protection as she faced a rising tide of threats and harassment.
McKenna details the abuse she endured during her time in politics, both in person and online, in her new memoir titled Run Like a Girl. In the book, she details an explosive meeting with RCMP after a man had verbally assaulted her staff in August 2020, where she was initially denied a security detail, and the Mounties refused to share her risk assessment. McKenna says she wrote the book to inspire young women and help them feel supported. But she says some of her friends and family who read it asked why anyone would want to get into politics. Jason White, The Canadian Press.
In the U.S., the widow of American conservative activist Charlie Kirk has delivered her first public remarks since the assassination of her husband. Speaking from the office where her late husband hosted his podcast, Erica Kirk expressed how much her husband loved U.S. President Donald Trump. Here's reporter Selena Wang.
The president really saw Charlie Kirk as a true friend. He was seen as part of the Trump family. He saw him like a son. He was incredibly close to Don Jr. and people across his administration.
In a speech live-streamed Friday evening, Kirk vowed to keep her husband's work alive, continuing his campus tour, radio show, and podcast. And another high-profile cast member is leaving Saturday Night Live. Echo Woodham announced Friday that she is departing the show. Woodham joins fellow cast members Devin Walker and Michael Longfellow in leaving the show after its historic 50th season. 5 new cast members will join the upcoming season of SNL, premiering on October 4th. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Miles Straw doubled in the go-ahead run in the 6th inning as the Toronto Blue Jays topped the Baltimore Orioles 6-1. It was Toronto's 44th comeback victory of the season, and Straw says it's because the Blue Jays are so close-knit.
It's a brotherhood here, and we all just, it's family. It's hard to explain. You got to kind of be in there to understand, but you guys are around enough. But it's a really good team. We're close, and we just believe in each other.
Toronto leads the New York Yankees by 3 games and the Boston Red Sox by 4.5 games in the American League East. A'ja Wilson followed up a historic WNBA season with another incredible one to earn AP Player of the Year for the second straight time. The Las Vegas Aces star topped Nafisa Collier of Minnesota and Alyssa Thomas of Phoenix, who both had terrific seasons. Paige Beckers is AP Rookie of the Year. The WNBA will announce its postseason awards over the course of the playoffs, which tip off on Sunday. From the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.